Well, we got a brief pause here. We'll give it a shot here. So in some of my previous videos, I've talked about my life experiences, paranormal, and right place at the right time. I'm going to talk today about the recent activity over the United States as it relates to the balloons that were shot down and 3 other objects shot down. So I was in the Air Force. I was a crew chief at Bitburg Air Base, one of the most strategic bases in Western Europe, the NATO base, and my pilots were always flying in response, along with training. We were doing a lot of training. We had live nuclear bombs on our base, Victor Alert and Zulu Alert. It's very, very stressful base. But the fact that I'm listening to how the government, when they step to the podium, they try and explain to the American people what's going on, the crafted language they use. So, to the point where yesterday, this is February 14th, Valentine's Day, yesterday, the 13th, I did see the White House press secretary actually say, when asked, there is no aliens or extraterrestrials, which I know is a damn lie. Millions of people know that's a lie. The government certainly knows that that is a lie. This is what gets me. Every time the president is in front of a microphone, he's lying to you. Doesn't matter what he's talking about, taxes, a bill he passed, attending this ceremony, meeting this person. No, ultimately he's lying to you because the cosmic secret is still being withheld from us, that we're not alone in the universe. It's blatantly right in front of us. The fact that our government uses their black projects to cover for some of the unknowns that we see. Some of the unknowns we see may be our stuff. It's very possible. I remember in the early 60s when the U-2 spy plane and the SR-71, all that stuff was being developed. There's a 10 or 15 year, black side of the program, the dark side, until it's rolled out into the world, right? These dark ops, these dark projects, unlimited budgets that aren't allotted through Congress to develop stuff to be, to keep us down and to foment and extend their power, their range of power. That's all governments are doing, is trying to stay in power and expand it wherever possible. Thank you, George Carlin. So when I'm looking at these objects, so the balloon that flew across the states, shot down, they've now recovered the payload, 200 diameter weather balloon. Most recently, another expert said that there's all kinds of balloons being launched, but they're launched and then they're recovered for the data. And the fact that all of a sudden, out of the blue, we're just going to start shooting down balloons when UFOs are violating our airspace daily, I just have to laugh at it. I realize it's a very serious issue, but it just shows me how not in control the governments are as far as that is concerned. They're doing all they can to keep us in the dark because they know that these higher entities, they can preempt us anytime. They can do a mass landing, a flyby. They can do that anytime. And then you watch the response of the government. Imagine if a flyby went, 30, 40 craft, huge motherships, larger than our battleships. Imagine that at 2,000 feet, like Independence Day and those type of things. What do you think the government's response would be? What do you think it would be? Would they fire on them all, launch everything they have at them, or would there be secret channels that were opened up trying to establish communication? What's your agenda? When really there's nothing we can do. They've clearly demonstrated the ability to take us over between breakfast and lunch. What do you think we have that can stop them when they can take off at light speed from a standing point in space and time? It's ridiculous. We're impotent as humans here. It's going to be very interesting to see how this continues to unfold. Stay tuned, folks.